Wait, this weird fruit painting changed modern art forever? How did Paul Cézanne, a guy who barely sold any paintings when alive, end up being called the father of modern art? And why are his apples more famous than most celebrities? So, here's the thing. Before Picasso blew up the art world, before Matisse went wild with colors, there was Cézanne, the guy who painted apples like they were sacred objects. But wait, he didn't just paint fruit. He rebuilt how we see space, light, and form. At first, critics called his work unfinished, clumsy, or just plain weird. But fast forward a few decades, and Cézanne is suddenly the godfather of Cubism, modernism, and basically every art student's final paper.
In this video, we're breaking down 5 of Cézanne's most legendary paintings and the wild stories behind them. From still lifes with serious attitude to mountains that refuse to sit still. Let's dive in. And yeah, save your fruit joke till the end. Cézanne was dead serious about those apples.
Les grands beignets. Let me ask you something. What happens when an artist obsessed with structure and form tries to paint naked people in the wild? You get les grands beignets. And no, it's not what you think. This is one of Cézanne's most iconic works, and also one of the strangest. At first glance, it looks unfinished. The bodies are awkward, the outlines are blurry, the colors seem hesitant. But here's the twist. Cézanne didn't want them to look realistic. He wanted them to look eternal. This wasn't about sensuality or detail. It was about creating a kind of modern fresco, timeless, architectural, and quiet. Why are all the women grouped in a triangle? Because Cézanne was sculpting with color, building form, not copying it. He once said, "I want to make of Impressionism something solid and durable, like the art of the museums." This painting was his final answer to that mission. He spent years tweaking it, going back and forth, and even died before completing the final version. Critics hated it at first. Some thought it was clumsy. But today, it sits proudly in the Philadelphia Museum of Art and inspired Picasso's Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, aka the blueprint for Cubism. From soft bodies to hard lines, Cézanne was making the pivot before anyone else. The basket of apples. Okay, next question. Can a painting of apples completely break the rules of perspective? Apparently yes, if you're Cézanne. The basket of apples looks simple. A table, a bottle, a basket spilling apples. But wait, look again. The table doesn't match. The bottle leans. The fruit feels like it's floating. Is Cézanne drunk? Is it 4D? Is it just badly drawn? Nope, it's genius. Cézanne once said, "Painting from nature is not copying the object, it is realizing one's sensations." He wasn't trying to show what he saw, he was showing how he saw. And our eyes don't see like a camera. We move, shift, focus, blur. Cézanne captured that in still life. It was radical. It shattered the Renaissance idea of one fixed perspective. Even Picasso said he is the father of us all. So yeah, Cézanne broke the table on purpose, and in doing so, rebuilt modern painting, all with apples. The card players. Now, here's a different vibe entirely. Let me ask you, when was the last time you saw a painting where literally nothing happens, and yet you can't stop staring? The card players is that. Just a few men sitting quietly, playing cards, no action, no glamour, no drama. But look again. These men are locked in, not just in the game, but in their own heads. It's almost monk-like. No distractions, no emotions, just pure focus. Cézanne painted 5 versions of this scene over several years, and unlike other artists who loved action and storytelling, Cézanne focused on stillness. The color palette? Earthy, warm, rooted. The posture? Solid, heavy, unchanging. These men weren't posing, they were being. And here's a twist. One version of the card players was sold for over $250 million, making it one of the most expensive paintings ever sold. For what? A bunch of dudes playing poker? No. For a masterclass in structure, composition, and restraint. Cézanne painted not what they were doing, but what they were. And that's timeless.
4. Boy in a red waistcoat. Let's talk about something more personal. What happens when Cézanne, the man obsessed with fruit and rocks, paints a person? You get boy in a red waistcoat. And wow, it hits different. This isn't just a portrait, it's a mood. The boy slouches, one arm limp, eyes lowered. He looks thoughtful, maybe even sad. But the red vest, it pops like a heartbeat. So what's the story? We don't know much. He was probably an Italian boy working in Paris, hired to sit for a few hours. But Cézanne didn't just paint him. He studied him like a mountain, the lines, the folds, the posture. There's something deeply respectful here, as if Cézanne saw dignity and stillness even in a child. He once said, "With an apple, I will astonish Paris." But with this boy, he gave us something even rarer, a quiet moment of human empathy. In a career filled with objects and landscapes, this portrait feels tender. 5. The Bathers. Wait, didn't we do the Bathers already? Ah, yes, but the Bathers is different from Les Grandes Baigneuses. This one's even more mysterious. It's not clear where the bodies end or begin. The trees blend into the limbs, the sky whispers in blue. Everything feels like a memory. Cézanne painted this near the end of his life, and it shows. It's looser, freer, less concerned with perfection. And here's what's wild. He never painted from live models. All of these nude figures were built from memory, sketches, and imagination. That's why they look a little awkward, but also kind of poetic. It's as if Cézanne wasn't painting people anymore. He was painting the idea of people, the way memories fade into nature, the way time dissolves form. The Bathers was rejected by salons, ignored for years, and now it's considered one of the most important modernist works of all time. It's the kind of painting that grows on you, like a distant summer day you thought you forgot, until it comes rushing back. That's just 5 of the Big 10. And trust me, the next 5, they include mountains that won't sit still, a painting Cézanne never finished, and a work so powerful, Picasso called it my one true teacher. Stay with me, the story's just getting juicy.